Okay, I'm gonna call this town board meeting to order, and Don's gonna start the meeting with prayer.
Lord, we ask this evening that you look over this community and that you watch over our children and our ones that are disabled and unable to be at these meetings, and hopefully that they're being taken care of in good hands. And we ask that you take care of our first responders and keep them safe, our military, and that you watch over our government and make sure they're doing the right decision for the people. And we pray that this meeting thus begun in order be conducted in peace and closed in harmony. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Don. Now Pat's gonna lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we'll move on to the first item, which is the treasurer's report. Oh, the minutes. Thank you, Megan. Did you guys all have a chance to review the minutes?
The regular minutes and the special meeting minutes.
I make a motion the minutes be approved as presented.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed, Megan. Now it's time for the treasurer's report. Are you ready?
Yes.
You have the floor.
You have written reports, working on budget numbers, nothing really to add.
I'm still checking on that meeting. I might be able to be here.
All right.
I might not too, so.
Do you have any questions about the treasurer's report?
No, sir.
Don, do you have any questions about the treasurer's report?
No.
Megan, thank you. Streets and wastewater, I was informed Craig won't be here. He did submit a written report, as he always does. I had looked at it, it looks to be very precise and efficient as always. And if anybody has any questions, please get with Craig.
The tree trimming that we approved has all been done and taken care of.
Don, as an advisory member, did you have anything to add?
Know that I appreciate all the hard work Craig's been putting in to get things done. We have a problem with he's addressing now with the motor on one of those. He's working on it, trying to get a cost where it has to be fixed, or get a cost to replace that, the arm, the motor that drives the arm.
Electric motor on one of the tanks?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's been a problem. We've had it fixed several times. It's just
kind of a normal maintenance.
continuing problem that we're.
It's probably gonna be, continue to be.
Yeah. But that's all I have.
All right. And the marshal's department, Josh.
You have my report in front of you. The only thing, other than what I'm gonna talk about next, is just a heads up that September 20th is the Bonfire Food Truck Library Day. We'll have a few food trucks. I'm not even sure which one's Lori's kind of taking the reins of that, so, but we'll have multiple food trucks just like we have the last 2 years. So that's September 20th, Saturday, I believe. The only other thing I got for you is the numbers on 2 police vehicles. One's already been approved, but they're in front of you just as a reminder of what the K9 car is gonna cost. And we do have a delivery date on that of August 28th, so that'll be here in a couple weeks. Of course, it'll take who knows how long for equipment to get here, and I will get with a couple banks and stuff to try to get some numbers down to where it's into whatever we have, whatever we have allocated for that. The other one we talked about last meeting is these 2 papers here. This colorful paper is the base model of Tahoe that we were looking at that Kelly Chevrolet has on the lot, and then this other paper here at the top, it says 2025 Chevrolet Police Tahoe, are the numbers including Durango trade-in cost of $18,000. We are able to utilize a lot of equipment if we're able to purchase it. Not only will the equipment go to the new Tahoe, but it will also be able to be used to upgrade the other two vehicles. So the Charger will be getting a light bar, like for example, we'll be able to upgrade the light bar on the Charger so that it's up to date and utilize maybe the siren controller and stuff like that. So that is taken into account as well. So we knocked the price, we was able to get the price down, including trade-in and use of used equipment, down to $45,977.77. That's including outfit and vinyl and graphics.
Roger, I'd like to make a motion that since we will not have a lease payment on Carl's truck this year, that we outright purchase the second truck so that we are back in good graces with vehicles. And I do have a plan on where the money could come from.
Motion made. Do I hear a second?
I'm gonna second so we have discussion.
We have to have a second if you want to discuss.
That's what I said.
You seconded it?
I seconded.
Don seconded the motion, now we go to discussion phase.
Okay.
I think since we only have 3 board members here tonight, maybe this amount of money that they're wanting, I think the full board should be here for this. We're talking a substantial amount of money. That's just my opinion.
Okay, well, just so you know what my plan is, as long as I've been on this board, we have never used cum cap development money. And that money, as I'm reading right here, can be used for the use of buying emergency vehicles. So, and every year we allocate money that never gets used. So I would like to use the CCD money in the amount of $20,000 and what we have for the lease payment for this year, because we will not have payments due on the other one until next year, August of '26.
So this is the one for next year? This Tahoe you're talking about?
No, both of them will be bought this year. It's just that one of them will be,
If we okay
Purchase.
the one, both of them
Right,
will be
yeah.
bought this year.
but there won't be a lease payment. The plan was, the original plan was, there was a appropriation of $32,000 for two purchases. I decided to go with one because I wanted the town to have a period where there was no payments. And so we talked about, me and Megan and I had just talked about using that full 32 on one vehicle. That way it knocks the price down. Then everything started coming up here again. That's where we're at, back to 2 cars.
Remember I said that about this, you'd be wanting the 2 cars in one
Yeah.
year? And I said we can't afford it. Remember that conversation we
Yep.
had? And
And
then
that-
26, and now's the time, here's the place, and
Mhm.
this is the hour.
But we talked about this last time,
I know.
and I was told to get info, so
Yeah.
this is the pinned down number, and it's actually on the higher end too, so that's the max of the cost.
How long do you have on this?
There's only 2 left on the lot. The one, Carl's K9 Tahoe is ordered, that is ours for whenever we're ready to file that for the bank.
That's already been in the works, am I correct?
Yeah,
And-
correct. It's
and
been
the
already
money's
approved.
budgeted in 25,
Correct.
This is-
but we're not gonna have a lease payment.
There won't be a payment until '26, since
Yeah.
it came so late in the year.
Yep, we were jumping, we were being safe with the amount of money that we were at.
So how many lease payments will we be making in 26?
One, if we pay
If
for.
we buy one
this one.
outright, the second one, the lease payment will be made in '26.
Correct. And that's appropriated for 30, so it would actually be less
Whatever
than.
you wanna.
If we use the 30,000 that's appropriated in leasing this year, plus what Pat's saying for
For
the CCD, the 20,000, that would pay
That would
more
pay the
than
car
pay
off.
for the new Tahoe for Josh. And then the other one, the one that's already ours, would get paid for, the first payment would be next, like August, September, depending on when they do cause it's not due for a year with the lease.
I'm kinda new at this game. being on the board, has the town been paying and had a lease payment on one vehicle all the time, every year?
We have since, let's see, when we bought the Charger, I think was the first one that we did the lease to own
Yep.
on.
19.
That was 2019.
18, I think we talked about 18. was
18 and approved in 19. Yeah.
something like that.
And then we had
So-
1 year where there was 2 lease payments because we got the Durango and we
Yep.
had, so we bought.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
then
very
it went
much.
just to 1 again
Yep.
with the Durango.
So my understanding
And
is,
everything is paid off now. Everything, all our police vehicles are paid off. They belong to us.
I just wanna make sure I understand things, we're in the discussion phase. We're still gonna have one lease payment in 26 on Carl's car. If we go with this and use Pat's plan, the one Josh would get is gonna be paid off,
Outright, yes.
paid outright. No more won't have any lease payments, that vehicle will be ours.
Yep.
I just wanna make sure I understood that.
Yeah, so the town would still only have 1 lease payment, and the first lease payment would be the 30,000 appropriated,
In-
which would be
in
a pretty
26.
big chunk in 26, yeah.
So, at this point, we have how much budgeted for 26? Not budgeted, but proposed budget for 26,
In leasing 30,000,
which would cover
the
Carl's
payment, yes.
lease payment. Well, we're
I would
pretty
hope
sure-
so
we're pretty
anyway,
sure.
mercy.
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
How many years have we been leasing on these?
Usually 4,
Okay,
sometimes 3, but it depends.
Mhm.
Last time it was 4.
okay.
The lease payment usually ends up that you pay 4 years and then you pay like
I
a
didn't know if it
dollar or
was 3 or
something
4.
and you get the vehicle for
Right.
free.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
not
that-
free, but-
It's a
Was-
lease to own deal.
We haven't been dealing with these kind of prices. Nobody has. So, I understand what you're saying, Don. I understand what you're saying, Pat. We're in the middle here of a two-pronged problem. This Durango has been
A lemon.
a problem,
Mhm.
a huge problem.
Since the beginning.
We can't continue to keep having this huge problem.
No.
We probably don't have enough in the proposed repair budget for 26
No.
to repair the
Exactly.
problems we've been having with the Durango.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And with this plan that's been proposed, we would at least be out from under that Durango.
Yes, we would. And $18,000 on a trade-in for that vehicle. I was gonna say something else.
Thank you.
but-
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and just to be aware, both those Chevy Tahoes do come with manufacturer warranties, probably similar to the Dodge, which would be a 3-year or 5-year. It'd be a 3-year.
I didn't know if that had changed since I was in police work or not.
Yeah,
You should
15
still get a 3-year warranty.
It's a 3-year or so many thousand-mile warranty for everything, and then after that, it goes to a 5-year or like a 30 or 40,000 mile drivetrain warranty.
Powertrain, yeah.
So what was the total price of this?
Which one?
45 on the.
Almost
the one, the
46.
buyout, Donnie, 45,
977.
977, but that's probably gonna be a little bit lower, but that's a good number.
Yeah, down at the bottom, you see it.
Yeah, I
shows
saw that, but what's
18,000
the,
trade.
what's the,
Oh,
there's the price at the top, 53?
For what,
That's-
what paper are you looking at? Yeah, that's the price of
And
the,
that's the multi-color one you got.
yep, that price is the same on both those papers, yeah,
Okay.
53,610.
That's
All right, I just.
Did you
I
get
had
one of
three-
these?
Yeah, I had 3 pieces of paper.
Yes, I know, it's a lot for us.
I
The
mean,
the
this
new
one here,
vehicle that Josh talked about, this is the quote that he has on there.
this is the one we've already approved.
Correct,
Yep.
So this doesn't apply. So these 2 papers here go together.
correct.
Yeah.
All
The
right,
color
but-
paper is the model and what comes with it, is all that is. That's
Is-
directly from the
Is
dealership.
is there anything
know.
different from this page to this page? Because I don't see near the numbers on this page.
Well, because this page here,
Well,
it
that-
has in listed equipment that has to go in it, such as light bars and antenna stuff and
It also has
printers.
a trade of the
Okay.
Durango.
So that if you traded the Durango in,
You see
and
that?
this,
Yeah.
so for 18,000 and all these others, that has to go in there, is that the total price of all
Yeah,
that
at the very
45?
bottom, the subtotal is the price total for it to be equipped and done. That's out the door. That's owned by the town with equipment, is that number, the 45,977. And you can see the equipment difference in both the proposals here, because Carl's is 75, and that includes everything brand new. So we
That's
didn't have to
everything
do that
new.
with this vehicle. We were able to utilize used equipment from the Durango and a lot of it.
I just knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Two
well,
vehicles in 1 year that we can't
Here's,
afford.
and I can tell
Because
you.
we're wanting to cut the budget, and then we got, but, and I understand, in all heartiness, I understand that this here is the $18,000 and that there, so we're still gonna have to pay out, almost $46,000. So, and all the equipment, on that, so.
But there's
what did the
30,000
what
of
did
it
the
budgeted
equipment-
this
what-
year that we're not using.
What did the equipment cost, total cost on this, to this vehicle?
Well,
Well, you got the price of the vehicle, but
Yeah.
I don't have to see where the price of doing the
yeah, it's
equipment
just,
is.
it's not listed. They're all there, but yeah, it's not added up.
Okay. Under 10, probably, so?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm looking at this and things, and I understand where we're all coming from, but also, we're gonna have to be good stewards of these vehicles too. I mean, and I've said it in the past, you know, we let you guys utilize these vehicles for your own use and that stuff also, but, you know, we're adding miles to these vehicles. They're not being controlled by the town, so I just wanna make sure, and I understand that too.
Okay.
You know, I've looked at this, and I know the other two are not here, and don't know if they'll be here next month. But
Sounds like he's
it
kind of on a
begrudges
time
me to
crunch.
have to say this, but we're getting rid of that vehicle, the $18,000 trade-in, that's someone else's problem.
Exactly.
And I don't wanna spend another $15,000 on a vehicle out there that's, even though it's not low mileage, it's had more mileage in the shop probably, so than it's had in the patrol. But anyways, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and support this, even though we need to cut the budget.
I
So
understand totally where you're coming from.
it's a double-edged sword.
Well, none of us have control over how many members are here tonight. Everybody has their own problems. We have a problem with the vehicle we have.
Yeah.
This gets us out of that problem. The only other problem that I'll bring up, Don, is he didn't actually have this quote down in a figure last month, and we were concerned that the vehicle would still be there. And now it's still there. If we go another month, I'm gonna guess it won't be. Now, that's a $64 question, but I'm gonna guess it won't be. And then that puts us between two rocks and a hard place. Pat, you have anything else?
I'm ready to vote.
I will add that if however the vote goes, if we're able to purchase it, that if anything changes on the financial end, that I will not, if anything substantially changes, I will not pursue.
Just to let you know, I told you we'd be buying two vehicles. in
Yeah,
one year.
well, I was hoping to buy two vehicles.
Well, and I told you I didn't
And-
want to because we ended
Yeah.
up doing it. But it's circumstances.
Mhm.
In essence, and if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if we do this, other than Pat's plan of spinning out of the CCD, which we've kinda just recently found out we can do that,
Yeah. I know, okay.
or confirmed that we can do that, we're not really increasing any budget.
Nope.
No.
No,
We're using money that's already appropriated and even the CCD money,
But I just
like
wanted to
I
make
said,
sure that you understand, we're trying, purchasing 2 vehicles and
Oh,
we're
I
trying to do
totally-
it, and we got,
I totally
we're looking at
understand.
cutting the budget. So, I mean, I understand the situation both ends. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Either you do or you don't. I mean, pay now, pay later.
Okay.
I'm good.
I should probably shut up
make sure
then.
I'm reading that right. CCD.
I don't see.
overthink it. I might change my mind real quick.
I know.
Including
I want
fire
everybody
department.
to vote their
Necessary
conscience.
equipment. CCD money can be used on.
I am gonna say, I don't see how this changes our budget situation at all.
It doesn't.
If we was gonna cut from those, we would.
Cut what?
But we're not cutting this year, we're cutting
What-
next
what
year.
would you cut, Don, if you didn't do
No, I
this?
mean for next year.
Okay.
What would you cut if you weren't gonna do this?
No, I'm talking, there's 2 different budgets. Well, this one,
What would you
this
cut
one,
next year if you weren't gonna
this
do
one's
it?
for, that one there, I'd cut, and the other one's,
We're not taking any money from next year.
I know, but
The
We're
vehicle we
back-
already have.
we've got 1 vehicle we're purchasing this year. Okay, and then we're purchasing the
But
same
we're not-
one in
we're
this
not-
same
we're
year.
not paying for it
But it's
until
the
next
same year, so the budget we're doing now is for 26, is not for 25. I'm not being confused by that matter no way. So what we
I'm
do in
not
26.
Trying to confuse you.
I know.
I'm trying to, me to understand how, if we don't do it, it's gonna help our budget next year.
It has no bearing. That's what I'm saying.
Either
This
way.
was 25, and the one what I'm talking about is we're gonna have to cut money in 26. So we have to look at things a little heavier for 26 is what I'm saying. Police department all around is what I'm saying. So this money's already in there for this year. There's nothing to do with next year except for a budget potential for next year is what I'm saying.
Okay. Anything else?
I was done.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Then I'm gonna ask for a vote. All those in favor of the motion that Pat made, say aye.
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 There you go.
Thank you.
Motion passes.
That is all I have.
Thanks, Josh.
Hang on, John.
Okay.
Don has
No, go
something
ahead.
else.
Okay.
I have something, I know that we've got an ordinance that you're not supposed to put grass out in the street. But there's a
Correct.
huge, tremendous amount, if you know, of North Union coming into town,
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
I mean, it's not little, it's,
No,
and I don't think they
North
know it.
Union,
I think
okay.
they're new people.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
You know, I don't want that drain clogged when we get
Yep.
this massive amount of rain. Huh?
Grass on the streets.
Yeah, it's on the west side of the street, North Union, just before Line Street, about third,
Yeah.
fourth house.
I'm sorry, I was writing, you're asking for it to be put on sign?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken,
No,
it's in
Ask
our
Josh to
ordinance.
address it.
Addressed,
Okay.
Yep.
Josh,
You got, you understand everything, Josh?
Yep.
What he's talking about?
Yeah.
because it's
Okay.
gonna plug 2, 3 drains.
Yeah, but I'm usually pretty good about catching those, but,
They just don't know, I don't
And,
think.
and the other issue I talked to you about,
yep. I'll add
Take
that
care
to
of
the
that
list as
this
well. Yep.
Thank you, that's
Thank
all
you.
I have, Roger.
EMA advisory.
No new business. Did I mention last month? I may not have. If not, I'll mention it again. Janice did win an award from
Yes, she
Indiana
did.
Department of Homeland Security. Okay,
She
I'm
did.
just making sure that we give her the work, we give her the credit where credit's due, so. She's doing a good job at what she does, so I just want her to be recognized for that.
Very good. Thanks, Josh. Public safety, and I'm the only one here. I have nothing else to add. And that takes us down to, Health Department Advisory, Rick Hopkins.
Sorry for being late and a little dusty. I was blowing out the road, getting all the grass clippings out of the road,
You're
so,
right on time.
so it wouldn't go into the drain.
You're good because you don't have a curb or a
So,
sidewalk.
Quick report on Crisis Ready Howard County, that monthly meetings that are at the Lions Club. We've had 9 so far this year. Excuse me, 7 so far this year. January through July. Total attendance, if you add up the attendance for all 7 of them, is 173 people. So that's the last one, Family Communication Needs, in July. There were only 9 people there, which was the lowest we ever had. But it was still more than Greentown and Kokomo, so we're still getting the word out. People are still coming out. In addition to the attendance at the meeting discussion about emergency preparedness, again, this is Crisis Ready Howard County, we also had, in this first 7 months, 37 people who got certified in Stop the Bleed, and 14 people who were certified in CPR.
I'm sorry, what was the number on Stop the Bleed?
Stop the Bleed, 37,
Thank you.
and 14 in certified CPR. So, again, 7 months, 7 presentations, 2 training sessions, and so far it's going well. In August 20, we will have the August session. The topic is going to be specialized family needs, and this is things like a child with special needs, a pet, if you have someone in your house that is maybe a grandchild or a nephew or a niece that you have to have medical power of attorney for, or other legal documents in case there is an evacuation or something like that, the documents that you would need. So again, on Wednesday, 8:20, specialized family needs. And the training session that day is going to be Narcan administration. A number of us went through that at the Methodist Church, but that was a couple years ago, and so we do need to have an update on Narcan administration. So that's the first thing, crisis ready, emergency preparedness over at the Lions Club, put on by the health department. Any questions there?
Guys,
Okay,
any questions?
second thing having to do with crisis ready, and that is the health department. We will be having a tabletop exercise in October at IU Kokomo, and that's where a lot of the EMA, Janet, and fire and police and people like the schools and such will get together. They will come up with a scenario, and then people will react to that scenario in a tabletop exercise. We've done about 1 per year for the last 3 years. So again, this will be in October, IUK. I will bring you more information next month. I'm hoping that you'll be able to attend, Josh, as Rushville rep for police. So those are the 2 items I had there. Any questions?
Pat, Don, any questions?
On your training sessions, how many do you ever keep track, how many are actually from the town itself or outsiders? Or do you ever, I was curious on that part.
We do not keep track of addresses. We register by email address. However, the majority are Rushville, Honey Creek, Monroe Township people.
Yep.
We did have a couple of people miss the Greentown session, so they came to one of ours. A couple of people missed the Kokomo session, and since ours are later in the month, they came to ours. But majority are people from the area.
Thanks for doing that.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick. Attorney comment.
Yes, sir. Oh, just actually been working on this Purdue Pharma settlement. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I've done lots of paper flying around, and also we're supposed to be getting some money, but then you read it, we don't get more than $5,000. It goes to the county or something or other.
Well, I
So-
wouldn't have it any other way.
Right, so I'm looking into that, but it's been flying around, that's been something.
And we're getting
Coming up.
$16 this year.
16?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, yeah. But for some reason, they send us all this paperwork and make us vote and then sign something else or we won't get anything, so, yeah, that's what we've been doing. That's my report. For $16.
Planning Commission, Mike Knable.
You got my paper there in front of you? Nope. I only had one permit, and that was for Blake Weir Fire Pizza, and they're gonna build on to the north of the building at 100 West Main Street. And I told him he could.
But that was for this month.
That's all I got. Any questions?
The fire pizza was for this month, not the report.
Okay. We'll get that straightened out. That's all?
That's it.
Thank you, Mike. Anybody here from the Board of Zoning Appeals? Tiff. Mr. Hopkins again.
Yeah. So Mark is not here, so I'll give a quick report. There's one active project going on, and that is a replacement of school championship signs. Right now, we're looking at replacing the one at the school, on Alto, and on the west side of town. We don't have a location on the east side of town yet. We're still working on that to try and find a location where a property owner will okay that. Again, is the school championship signs replacements. Hopefully, I think some of you have seen what we've done before as far as planning. Rather than have each one of the panels say state champions, we'll have state champions at the top, and then just either the athletic team or the fine arts program, band or such, and the year. So that will give us more room. A terrible situation, terrible problem is that we're running out of room on the signs for championships. Actually, that's a wonderful problem to have.
Because our school is great.
Because our school is great. So we're looking at making it more efficient. Now, again, that is the only active project, and we came up with a proposal, and we're getting some pricing now from sign makers.
Nothing on the town signs, north and south? Replacing, you guys talked about doing some, not so much what we have on the east and west, but north and south, you talked about putting new town signs or something.
That one is on hold. We're doing the
Okay.
championships first.
All right.
But
I've had a couple people, they like these and they're like, hey, what are we gonna do on the north and south? I said, well, it's not gonna be anything that extravagant, I don't think, but.
We had a proposal for north-south. My personal feeling, this is not the board, but this is my personal feeling, is that they were too expensive for what we were getting.
Yep, okay. Thanks, Rick.
And I have a comment on that. The one that I have now is still, even the neighbor, when Roger talked about that earlier, since you're on that sign,
I'll
since
address
tip
that.
on that, so I wanna make sure that
Hang on a
that's
second, I'll
addressed.
clear that up for you. Were you done with your report?
Well, just that the other projects are on hold. The pavilion shelter is on hold because it's at the federal government. And then crosswalk and warnings on South Union is on hold before Dave Keyser and whatever other sidewalk possibilities we have, Dave Keyser, and the update for both the economic development area and the TIF zone is also sitting at Dave Keyser. That's my report.
Do you have any questions now, Pat?
No, sir.
I'll address this sign thing. Do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Okay. You mentioned the signs on the north and south of town, and there are other signs there. And we had a complaint of visibility from the farmer. Are you aware of that?
Yes,
And whose sign is that?
that is the town sign for the school. The school has been notified, asking if they had any comment on it, or and that there was a complaint. There was no response, and so I went back to Craig and said, from the point of view of the TIF board, can pull it. So I think he would be coming to the council to say, can we pull the ones on north and south, the school signs? The complaint was on the school championship sign on South Union.
Okay. And
Oh.
whose sign is that?
Well, it's a little bit lost in the mist of time as
Okay.
far as, but we believe that the town paid for the original and then individual boosters paid for panels to be added.
Okay.
But they're not kept up. And so we had at one time, because the one on East 26 had been removed, the school sign. So we had 3 school signs here plus the one at the school on Alto. So we got 4 signs and we had 3 different configurations. 3 different sets of the champions. And that was another thing we wanted to standardize.
Okay, so I was of the understanding that TIF was looking at redoing that sign south of town.
No,
That's not correct.
we are looking
And
at
you
east
don't think it
west.
is your sign?
Well, it may be a town sign, but the question, is there enough traffic on east-west?
No,
From,
I don't wanna talk east-west. I wanna talk
Well-
about that sign, Rick, and that sign only.
well, let me rephrase. Is there enough traffic on north-south to make it worthwhile?
No, I don't
And
wanna
on
worry
our
about traffic,
opinion
I
is
wanna
no.
worry about visibility.
Well, we don't
Whose
think we
sign
need
is
them.
it?
We think it's the town's.
And are you, the TIF board, planning on doing anything immediately with that sign?
We will not we are not talking about replacing them.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
North, south, no replacement.
Then this board will take action. That's all I need to know.
What
Now,
you
the
have to
other
do is
thing
to direct your people to remove them.
Yeah, the next thing is, I'm hearing there's, some of these signs are school signs, some of them are town signs. No matter who if Rushville puts them up,
Rougeville should be able to take them down.
this board does not want any more signs erected without Craig's approval of the location.
We understand, and I've
That's
been
all we're
working with
asking.
Craig.
That's all we're asking.
I'm working with Craig.
Okay. And we'll deal with that visibility problem.
I'm surprised it's still there.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions?
Another couple more and it won't be the,
One more short turn and it won't be.
and I'll be glad.
Thanks, Rick.
Mhm.
We'll cover this in
Yeah.
old business.
I got it.
Okay, next thing is, Historical Society, but I don't believe anybody's here for that.
We'll address that down for us later. Down here.
Got it. Park and Tree Board, Jill Newby.
Hello?
Hi, Jill.
Okay, I have a few things here. First one is we had our first annual Youth Fest. We had about 2 weeks to plan this and we weren't sure how it was gonna go. We didn't know if we were gonna have 20 people show up or what. And it was a great crowd. We were very happy with it. We had 100 hot dogs and buns donated by Waddell's that we ran out of. And we had chips and ice cream. We ran out of ice cream, and I went and bought 50 more waters, and we gave away over 150 waters. So there were a lot of people, a lot of families. It was a great event, and we are thrilled with turnout. So we want to do it again every year, and looking at ways to make it even better. So, any questions on that?
Questions? Don?
Is that gonna be, say, every year that, on that same date or?
Around that same date, yes.
So you have plenty of time like for donations and stuff for
Right.
that, okay.
Yes, we'll have more
Cause
than
I
2 weeks.
understood it was a last minute thing and I
It
thought
was.
you guys did a great job on that, so I'd just like to see if we can't help get some more things
They were
going.
short of ice cream, Don. Don't forget,
Uh,
make a note.
I don't care about the ice cream, the water's what I was concerned
Oh,
about.
okay, all right.
It's
Hey,
more expensive.
Anything else for Jill?
No, that's all I have.
Okay.
Anything else from you, Jill?
Yes. We had an Eagle Scout who reached out and would like to do an Eagle Scout project. She is going to be a sophomore she's a sophomore this year, so she has some time, but she just wanted to know if we had any ideas. So I'm throwing that out there to you. If you all have any ideas that you would like to consider her doing, you can get with me. Another thing, we are missing 2 disc golf signs, and I have reached out to the person who designed and installed the disc golf course because I couldn't get a reply from when I tried to reach out to the sign maker. So he's going to do that. I haven't heard back from him yet. Another thing is pickleball court. It was brought up to me last town council meeting by a town councilman about possibly a pickleball court, which, you know, that's been brought up to us many, many times. And it came through an email to me that the SIA Foundation from Subaru twice a year they do a grant, and the deadline for that this year, it closes September 30th. Now, I didn't know if it was possible, the grant that they award can be up to $15,000, and they want that project completed within a year, and they want it can't be going toward a fundraiser, and there's a number of things it can't be going toward. But one thing it can be going toward is health and fitness, which this would fall under. So I looked up, I Googled, so I don't know how accurate this is, what it would cost to blacktop a double pickleball court. And what I got was $13,200 to $35,200. So a lot of it would depend on the excavation, and I would hope perhaps to get that donated, the excavation part of it. So, but I don't know. I don't know any of it. Of course, I didn't know if that was something you wanted the park board to pursue, hopefully with the help of at least the town councilman who brought that up to us. The Subaru grant, they say there's approximately 400 applicants for this grant, and they give 12 to 20, they fund 12 to 20 of those grants typically. And they would know at least by December 15th if you received the grant. So that's what I know. September 30th is coming up quickly. So I'd like you to think of that, about that, and let me know as soon as possible what you feel about that.
What was the date?
September 30th is when the grant is closed. Application is closed.
Anything else?
Yes, one more thing.
Okay,
I have a question.
Yes.
well, go ahead.
Okay. So, you're saying that you got September to make a decision on whether you wanna get this grant or not.
For, at
That
least for
grant.
this grant
That's what I'm
route.
saying.
Yes,
To apply for it, for the
Yes.
pickleball.
yes,
Okay, and then we don't know what the cost is, but you have to use that money in a year, and the remainder amount of that money, the 15,000, whatever it costs, I guarantee you that asphalt's gonna be more than that. How you gonna raise it and still focus on a park down here?
I think it's gonna be near impossible.
Well, I think for now, my opinion is you need to focus on what you have at hand instead of taking on something else that we don't know. I'm not against that pickleball court.
Mhm.
I'm just saying is that we don't know the cost. You don't know. We just don't know. I mean, I'm not, to be honest, I don't like these short-term deadlines that, you know, we're kind of, I understand and I appreciate
Oh,
what you've
sure.
done.
Like I said, it was brought up to,
We've
Us.
all had that discussion about deadlines.
and it's not like it has to be done by September 30th. There's gonna be another one in 6 months and another one 6 months after that.
That-
So,
That would give you more time to do
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
So I just say, personally say, just table it till you get a final cost on everything.
absolutely, I agree.
And
To me, it seems backwards, Jill.
Mhm.
Everybody has an opinion, I have one too. If the town wanted to build a widget, I think we should decide we wanna build a widget and then see if there's a grant. Instead of just applying for any grant that comes along and saying, if we get the grant, we'll build a widget. To me, you should want the widget first. And I've heard you say several people, there's not been anybody that come to this town board asking for a pickleball court, except for one town board member, one. And it's not that I don't believe you, but nobody's been hounding us for a pickleball court. And it's a lot of money, no matter how much it is. We're talking about having to cut our budget next year, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
meet, and things are getting tight, Jill, we've been spending money we don't have.
Oh.
And,
I agree, I was just,
what we would like to
Out there,
see,
what-
and I agree with Don,
Appreciate-
I agree with Don.
write that down.
You write that down, put that in the minutes, will you? There's several things that's been going on, we like to see a plan for something and be shown that people really want it before we go out and try to find money for it, or decide if we're gonna do it or not.
I'm sorry.
Too many people are coming to us with ideas, but there's no plan.
Mhm. Rick, was there anything in the 5-year plan with the survey?
I'm just gonna check.
You know, we do a survey of what people in the community would like, and Rick can check to see if that's even something that people have asked for, or, you know, what the
Well,
percentage of
I-
people.
Maybe we'll wait till next meeting for him to get that answer. I'm talking to you right now. And if you have to dig up the answer, bring it next month.
Okay.
Don, go
I wanna
ahead.
bring up something. One of the, and the thing is, Roger and I agree on is that, you know, that what people want and what it is, what community wants to see. And one of the biggest things is, I see is that the shelter out here and the basketball court. And, that's used tremendous amount, okay, and it's right here. Okay, they're not going down the Lions Club and playing that 24/7, but I'd like to see some type of plan for maybe next year or whatever, down the road, whatever, to expand that basketball court there for the kids to have 2 goals instead of the 1. And you want to have that's used tremendous amount of times. I mean, that would be a project I think the park board should look into more so than I think that the pickleball would be a limited amount, or this one here would be the people here, real kids are using it tremendous amount of time. Any given time you drive past there, there's either kids playing or waiting to play. That's one of my suggestions is about that.
Okay.
And I appreciate what you did on that pickleball, and I've seen that, man. It's tournaments and money raising and all that stuff too. That's all I had to say.
Pat, you have anything else?
No, sir.
Out of 19, it was 9th in requests. Of 19 things that people have said that they would like to see, it was number 9.
Okay, I apparently missed that. Was that a survey or?
It's a survey, yes.
Okay,
It's for our 5-year plan.
okay,
Okay, last thing.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is light poles in the playground. And we had a video call with Steve Lee from Duke a while back. And he was going to get with his engineer to tell us how many light poles we needed at the playground. And he got back with us. And you have before you a what his proposal is. He thinks we need 3 light poles. And he said there were 2 cost options. But first of all, before I even tell you that, there are, what he
yeah, I
has
saw
down
this.
here for the light
all.
pole fixture is the acorn light, like what we have. And when we talked about it, we had talked about a floodlight to really illuminate that area. Not a decorative light, but something that would be useful for at night for the cameras to be able to see and that type of thing for security. Anyway, he had 2 plans he put forth. One, and this is all you guys, so one is no money down, but ongoing monthly payment for equipment, maintenance, and energy, $93 per month. The other one is 50% buy down of equipment costs, then ongoing monthly payment for equipment, maintenance, and energy. $4,900 in cost is what it would cost us, and then $53 per month. And so that is something that we need to tell the DNR, because that was a big holdup on our DNR grant going to the National Park Service. It didn't hold up our deadline because they went ahead and submitted it to the National Park Service, but they want to know what our plan is. And so that's what I'm submitting to you, that these are the 2 cost options they gave us. And so, of course, that would be your decision.
Lighting was not in the grant?
Lighting it wasn't in our original grant, right?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it wasn't in our original one, but then we realized that we needed lighting in order for security. And so, and I don't know what exactly would be the best, if it should be a motion detector that would go off or a dusk to dawn. light, so that if there are people, kids, adults, I don't know, out there, our cameras would pick that up clearly. So,
Are the cameras in the grant?
I think
Already got them.
we,
We've already got them.
It's a community center. The new ones that
That'll
we put in.
cover the new park. Pat says we already have cameras that'll cover the new park,
Mhm.
well, we need the lights to illuminate that
or we
area.
don't need any new cameras.
I guess not. If Pat says no, I'm sure not.
Not right now. We have a camera that can be swung and put right on the,
Zoomed in.
yep.
Yeah.
That's a cost of $1,116 a year at $93 a month.
Well, there hasn't been any motion, but as far as discussion, I'll add that I don't think the town should spend any money until the grant is approved by the federal government.
But the problem is, I don't think they'll approve it until we tell them what our plan is. They want to know, because this is in our grant that we sent in when they wanted us to redo things because of cost change, because of the length of time it took for them to get back to us, then they want to know what we're going to do,
Who's they?
the DNR.
Let me,
State or,
The state, it's federal money. Can you explain it better than I can, Rick? It's the state that awarded us the grant, but it is federal money, so it had to go to the National Park Service to be final approved.
okay. Well,
So the DNR wants this, and whether they want it for the Park Service or the National Park Service or for themselves, I don't know. But all I know is they want to know our plan, and they want us,
Well, excuse me
gotta
not
be part of
understanding,
the
but the
picture.
state has already selected you
Yes.
guys for the grant,
yes,
but now they're reneging and saying,
no. It's federal money, so it had to go to the National Park Service to be approved also.
so who's asking for the lighting
The
plan,
the DNR is asking for our plan.
even though they've already said you get the grant?
Yes, because they turned in our
I'm
original plan.
confused.
Cause they in turn have to go to the feds and
So it's
say,
a double approval.
Yes,
That's what
Right.
it is.
Yes.
State said, these are who we want in our state, but feds, it's your money, you gotta approve our picks.
yes,
That's exactly what happened.
Yep.
So they can't do it without the lighting. For safety reasons, they asked that. So either we're not gonna get the grant unless we do this, bottom line.
is that my understanding also? No grant unless you get the lighting? Which in the original grant you put in, was the lighting in that grant?
I don't know if we said we're taking the lighting out, they would say then you don't get the grant, but I would think that we would want the lighting because of security.
I understand, and read back what Roger says on this, you know, that's another, $1,100 a month coming out of our budget that we've gotta pay for, down there, okay? And I understand that, I fully understand, I want security and safety and all that stuff. But also, again, we're looking at that, plus, we don't know for sure if you won't get the grant if the lighting's not in.
I don't, I can't tell you that for sure, can you, Rick?
No.
Eh.
They requested this information, but push come to shove, they had a deadline to submit to the feds. And they submitted it to the feds as a recommendation for funding.
So, you're saying you're at jeopardy of your grant if we don't approve this,
We don't
correct?
we don't really know.
I can't say that for sure, but
That's the way I'm taking it.
that's kind of the way I'm taking it, but I don't know it for sure.
The
Pat,
other
what
que-
would it be if the park board, adjusted its budget again and put in the $4,900? How much would it be for the town at $53 per
No,
month?
I'm talking the same thing as before, even at $53 a month. It's another cost that we have to
Yes.
add on to that.
Yes.
For 26, we're looking to look budget-wise, and we have to, something's gotta give somewhere, no matter if we cut it here or there, or whatever. You know, I'm just saying is, I'm all for the
Can we
lighting,
find
and you
out?
got a bathroom down there, you got a park down there, and
Nobody
it makes
needs to
sense to have
go.
lighting,
Yeah,
but does it, I mean, we look at the closest pole there, I don't know why the town, maybe not be able to put up a dust of dawn light there or
Well,
something
yeah,
like
let
that.
me ask a question. What kind of lighting do we have in the park back here?
Yeah, dust of dawn.
Dust of dawn
Dust of
light
dawn.
on a wooden pole.
Yep.
How much is it costing us?
I don't know.
Usually about, I would say probably $12, $15 a month, maybe, or $8 to 12. I'm guessing maybe.
Not $93 a month? Are
But
there
the-
other lighting options? I believe there probably is.
But you want, if you want,
I sat in on the meeting and
I did too.
this was what we came up with. It's gotta be bored in, so it can't be overhead. So that's where a lot of the cost is from. So,
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the style of light.
I think no matter what you go with, I think they're gonna be right back pretty much in the same ballpark.
I'm not seeing that, but I'm thinking there might be other options that's not expensive.
We have another
Um,
meeting coming up,
On one
I mean,
person.
soon. If you
I know.
wanted to,
What's your
What-
time?
I guess they have a deadline, but they don't have a deadline.
They got
Right, I
September
mean, they
30th.
need-
I guess they have to have it, but they don't know if they have to have it. I'm
well,
not
they do,
against,
but like,
you guys can't answer that either.
Well, we were told by the DNR that we needed to give them an answer about our lighting.
yeah, as soon as we
So-
have it.
Roger, I'm gonna make a motion that we go with the lighting the way that it's stated right now, but we also get with Duke Energy and see if we can lower this cost, just to see if we can make the grant go, because I don't think the grant will go if the lighting is not in it. I think they'll kick it out because there's no lighting. And for me, we could use some more lighting down there, just for the simple fact is that, we have parking lot lights, that's basically all we have down there. So, I'm gonna make a motion that we go with it, but we also, and I'll be involved with it, talk to Duke Energy, see if we can get this 93 a month down to, if we can do a dust to dawn light on the poles or whatever, and, because that will be enough light for the cameras. So, but I know probably from talking to the guy and being in the meeting that the boring is probably what is costing most of, because they're coming clear from the road. They're not coming off what we already have, so they're pulling it clear off the road. So that's my motion.
I have a motion from Pat for this proposal from Duke. Do I hear a second?
I'll second, put it as discussion on this.
Okay.
I thought we
Don
already,
second.
had a motion and
No,
a second
I
on
jumped the
second.
gun. I was discussing
Okay,
things ahead. of you.
okay, got you. All right.
Now we're
So
in
we-
discussion mode.
Okay.
Pat made the motion, Don seconded it. Now we're in discussion mode. Go ahead, Don. I can
Well-
tell you wanna say something.
I don't wanna say anything.
Okay.
Because anything I say is gonna be wrong.
No, that's not true.
It is, because if I say yes,
No, it's not true.
I'm not gonna please everybody. If I say
You
no,
were-
I'm not gonna please everybody.
you were elected
And
to
I-
that seat to vote your
I-
conscience.
And the thing about it is I want to see these lights. I don't wanna see them, beyond, deep down. I don't wanna see a floodlight down there. I wanna see nice lights down there. I wanna see nice lighting along the streets here. But also it comes at a cost.
Yes.
And, and this $4,900, so that would be $5,300 a month, so basically a little over $600 a year.
My motion was for just paying it all,
$636.
not this,
Pardon me?
the 93. My motion was for the 93.
Pat's motion was for
$1,116
this
a
deal
year.
from Duke.
You want to 93?
Yep, that's what my motion was.
That's his motion, and you second.
I second his motion, but I thought we were in discussion for
You-
that second part too, with
Can
the
he
50%.
can he
If you
withdraw-
don't make a
can
motion
he
for the
withdraw a
93,
second?
The 93 is complete cost. The second part of that is if you pay.
No, he just wouldn't have to vote for it even though he
Right.
seconded it, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
no, I've voted, I've
You
seconded
can't
stuff.
withdraw your second, but
No,
you
I'm not.
can not vote if you don't.
I know
don't
that,
want to.
I know that. Well, my point being is this $93 is not just for,
That's construction, that's.
I know, but this $93 is forever.
Yeah.
It never go away.
That
So if you
never
add that
goes away.
nine, so you add that.
That's $1,100
If you add that over
a year that you pay for the park from here until eternity.
You add that over a period of 20 years,
Mhm.
it's a
Lots of money.
Yep.
too much money on that, so.
That's why I'm saying, my
You were
opinion
in the
was we
same
could do,
meeting
we
that I
could
was
probably
in.
find
I know
something
that,
cheaper.
but I was too, but I didn't get this. When did this come in? I mean, it come in Tuesday, the 15th of July, but on that, so I wasn't in that meeting. But, I seconded his motion, and I'm done just talking about it.
Any other discussion from
No,
you,
sir.
Pat? Then I'll ask for a vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
All right.
The motion dies.
Okay,
Now, I think everybody agrees that there needs to be lighting at the park. I think probably what this board is saying is there's probably cheaper options. There's probably needs to be looked at to see if there's cheaper options. We have one option here in front of us, and that's it. I think there's probably other options, and I think we need to explore that.
okay, I mean, this was Duke Energy, that's why we were, worked with
Good,
them.
Don?
I want to make a motion so we can discuss this
Another
other part.
motion.
Yes, for the option 2.
What's option 2? Oh, okay. Don's made to make a motion.
For option 2.
Pay attention.
For the $53 a month, which is that's cost, and we said we could adjust to that, correct? I heard your statement.
Yes, we will have to,
That's more.
eliminate
solid.
something.
That's paying upfront,
Right.
partial.
Number
4900.
2, 50%
Yeah.
buy down of equipment cost, which I guess is another option on here.
Because if you look,
It's the same plan, but you're paying money up front, and it's gonna cost you $53 a month.
Be way out there, then maybe it'd be in
I'm sorry, what,
Oh, she and I have no vote, she and I are just talking.
Talking about this?
The math, the
uh-huh.
math.
Well, please share.
Oh, just the 4953 times 12 extrapolated out, what Donnie was doing, that's all. I just wondered when you'd break even on that.
you will never break even. They
That's
do
my,
can't.
that's my point.
They-
Yeah, I
they-
don't know. Yeah, that's all. Cause you extrapolated out, Megan and I were just saying, all right, what's that math?
It's
on
like
the
Social
other
Security,
one?
65 or
Yeah,
62.
Right, exactly right. There is
Yeah.
a break,
Yeah.
a meeting point somewhere.
Right.
I made a motion, so.
Motion was made by Don to go with, as stipulated on here, option 2. Is there a second? Where are you gonna get the $4,900?
That's why I was asking her for the discussion. She made mention of that they may be coming
I'll
to
give you
work
your
with
second
Fortnite.
so we can talk about it.
All right, we got a second now. We're in discussion mode on option 2. Where are we gonna get the, no, not Jill. The
No,
board.
she made,
What-
she
what-
made she made the comment that they may be able to work in their budget some of the.
My question is to the board members. Where are we gonna get the $4,900?
I don't know.
Jill's not gonna give me $4,900.
She's got a budget.
She's not gonna give me
Park
$4,900.
board has a budget.
The town has to give me $4,900.
And then,
Where are you gonna get $4,900?
probably the police department. We got a lot of money in there.
Yes, Rick?
Just put it in the grant. We're not putting it in the grant. We'll work something else out.
We'll just have to eliminate something in order to get it, but, you know, we have $650,000 at stake that we don't wanna lose for 4,900, so.
We don't have any money at stake. We gotta print it up or something. So you're in better shape than we are.
Well,
Where are you gonna get the $4,900, Pat?
It was Donnie's motion, not mine.
Well, we're in discussion mode.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna get it?
Probably rainy day, that's where we normally get everything from.
Rainy day?
When we
When's the
don't-
last, we got
when we
money
don't
in
get
rainy
some.
day?
What?
We
I
have
mean,
money in rainy day?
You ask a question, I mean, you off the
We
top of the head, I mean, I
How
don't,
much money
I'm
we
looking
have
in
made?
front of us.
It's 150 is appropriated for this year.
And we have plans for it? I
You wanna
mean,
spend it?
no, do we have any plans before this
Park
for that
Trail.
appropriated money?
Park and Trail, there's 10,000 in there, and we've only utilized 8825 out of that. Take it out of
Megan
Park
said we
and-
appropriated $150,000 of rainy day money, and we have no plans
So
to,
10 years
we have
for
no
break
plans
even.
on paper to spend.
And then we pay
I didn't have any
53
plans to
instead
do
of
lighting either.
Which is,
I
Same
know.
thing we gotta do each month.
I'm just in
I
discussion
think,
mode.
I'm thinking that the Park and Trails, we could take that $4,500 out of Park and Trail, pay it up front, and then it'll be a
Let me see.
Park and Trails.
I think
What's,
it's best.
Rick, what's that?
That's to maintain the.
So that's the way to go.
right.
Yeah, Rick, well, could you please go to the microphone and explain to me what the Park and Trails money would be spent for if we took it? If you didn't have it? If you had it, what would you spend it on?
This is appropriated money, and it is for park refurbishment and trail maintenance, such as resurfacing the asphalt.
We've
No,
already done that.
that was in a different line item.
We combined things, remember?
No, it was in a different line item, but we took it out for 26 because we just sealed it.
Well, we're working on 25 here. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah. We had a line item for resealing.
Yeah.
We
That's-
discussed that when we first went to our budget
Yeah.
for 26.
Yeah,
We're not going to reseal anything in 26.
Yeah.
No trail.
but this is for 25 money is what we're talking about, not next year. This is for now. After you ask me a question, where are we gonna get the $4,300?
4900,
Or
49, whatever.
or whatever it is,
49.
$4,900. And I say you can get it out of rainy day, or you can get it out of this Park and Trail, which has got $9,911.75 in for this year.
Our resealing was in 24,
And we did 24.
so the money for 25 resealing is still in there.
Yeah, all this money, this refurbishing
Whatever it
stays in
says on
there.
that paper is correct.
Thank you for bringing me up to speed.
So we're,
It's not in there for 26 because we decided we're not gonna be stealing in 26.
Right, but
Okay.
if we do it now, we'll.
Now I'm caught up.
the
Rick.
money is in there that's been appropriated.
This project won't be done until the park goes in.
So
That's what my question was, like, do we need to come up with the money now, or will it be later that we need to pay
It
it?
won't be until construction of the park's going on, and then they'll put the.
Thought
poles
you were
in
gonna
and-
put it in the grant, so
Good
if we
point.
can just vote on it that we're putting in the grant, isn't that gonna help us? Isn't that what I was hearing?
I would think so.
Yes.
Also,
You
it's
can
a
pledge it.
10-year break.
Yeah.
After 10 years, then that's when we start saving money from the 93 to the 53.
yeah.
Not a bad,
Probably
start
none-
saving
Probably none
money.
of us will be here.
Right.
I was gonna throw out the 7 years, but
Right.
normally it's 7 years what you
But it's
break in.
10, so I think I don't think we need the money now, I just think they need to go back and say, yeah, town voted, we'll give you the minutes, they voted on this plan to
That's
give us
exactly what we
light.
need.
Right.
So, is the motion gonna stipulate that? This project is not going to be done unless
I-
the park's
Yeah,
built.
that's what.
Well, it's gotta be on the grant, right, if the grant is, if we receive the
If we
grant,
receive the funding,
then we will, here's what we have to pay, yeah. And we will, that's why
You
we're
wanna
going
amend
to
your-
do it.
You wanna, just so that everything's above board and in writing, do you wanna amend your?
No,
you-
I
you-
made the motion.
You wanna amend your
I-
motion that if the park is built, this will be done? Option 2.
Well, yes, because I'm a firm believer to pay that 50% up front because you lose money in the long run. Because every project I've ever done for this town, it's been a 7-year payout, basically. The projected cost being that there. Now it's gone, they've exceeded, it's going to 10, so, I receive money in the long run. Because sooner or later, we're gonna end up putting lighting down there whether we want to or not.
Do you show that amendment?
Option 2, 4,900 a month, approved. And then after that would be 53?
$53.
$53.
According to this.
Yeah.
I have no problem paying for that out of this because ceiling will be usually about half that.
Okay.
Is your second still good?
Yep.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. What else,
Thank you.
Jill?
That's it.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Lord,
Thank
that
you.
was rough. See, you gotta make, the problem is you gotta make two motions for two different
Well,
proposals.
the trouble is our purse is empty.
I know it. But we're gonna have
Well,
that
it's
money in
all
there.
right. We figured out the math, good,
Was that right?
right,
It's better,
So-
wiser choice.
right.
I gotta find my agenda because I lost it. And all these
Sorry.
You're
papers.
down,
Old
you're at the
business,
park board
Keith.
done? Are they done? That's where your
Uh,
last comment was. Are they done? You were at the park board still.
No, Jill
Didn't
said
go-
she was done.
Done, okay. Then your old business. Dave
And old
Keyser.
business, the first thing was Dave Keyser.
Sorry.
Met with Dave, talked with Dave. He's not gonna be here tonight. He's gonna be here on the 21st. And so we will bypass, unless anybody has questions about what we met on the interurban, but we'll discuss that the 21st. The next one is the website policy.
I can't not have any luck, so I asked Megan to put it on the listserv for other communities, just say, does anybody have a web
Here, Megan.
policy they could share with us?
You pass that down to
Let's-
Megan.
let's-
That-
Yeah,
that
we're
was
on
hers.
a-
She gave me.
That's
We're on
Megan's.
an
That's
AIM
Megan.
listserv that
Gotcha.
all the communities are tied to, so that's a good source of information.
Wait a minute. This is my old one. What's next?
New London
New-
Siren,
New London Siren.
Yeah, you,
Table that.
yeah, nobody's here, if I
Uh,
recall.
Well,
where,
I sent you
we got,
guys,
I got an email on,
I sent you guys
three,
an email.
three different quotes.
and I'm still lost on that, so you
Yeah,
wanna,
so-
can you address that, Roger?
Just
She's not
explain.
asking us for anything, she wanted us to see the quotes on what sirens were gonna cost. She's basically just kinda looking for guidance, is
Oh.
what,
And support.
and support is what she's looking for. She's not looking for any kind of money or anything from the town,
Okay.
so,
Well, wait a minute, I have a question.
Mhm.
She's not looking for anything from the town.
other than
Who's-
if we okay.
Who's gonna set off their
Well,
sirens?
that's,
Other than that,
other than that, that's it.
money, she's not looking for
She's
money.
not looking for any kind of
Okay, so.
financial.
Once again, I'm gonna be back to, there's no plan.
Not really.
There's logistics involved with setting off sirens for certain areas. You can have Rushville being in a tornado warning, and New London is not.
Mhm.
You can have New London being in a tornado warning, and Rushville is not.
Yep.
They call them polygons. They went away from counties or half counties.
Yep.
You guys probably see it on TV. They look like a funnel. They're called polygons. It's very easy for southwestern Howard County to be in a tornado warning, and New London's not in it.
Yep.
So that becomes a lot of work for our police department to be, now they would have to I'm just bringing things up. There's no plan. For them to monitor New London weather too, on tornado warnings?
Well-
If we're gonna even talk about this, I think there needs to be a plan, and we have no plan. Nobody's come forward with a plan. They just say, well, we wanna buy a siren.
Yep.
If I may.
Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but what they're asking is, do we care if they have a siren? No, I don't care. You can spend that money all you want. It's none of my
They
business.
can
Do
put
what you
10
want.
sirens if they
When you
want.
put a siren up, figure out the location you wanna do it, figure out a plan to get it activated. Okay? You're building a house, now you gotta figure out how to get the wiring there. Now you gotta tear out all the stuff to get it there. You know, that's fine. I'm all for New London getting a siren and anybody else getting a siren. I'm all for it. So they have my blessing
You
on
still
their
set
siren.
Western siren off,
Yes.
which, even if they weren't in one, if Richville was, they're close enough in a path of what tornadoes usually go. It doesn't matter if theirs goes off.
And I would argue that New London is the same. I would argue that if I'm setting off sirens for Rushville.
Well, you can't argue, you can debate.
Right, but, I mean, if I'm setting one off, if that was to ever happen, but we'd set both off, no matter if there's a warning in southwestern Howard County anyway, so, yeah.
Well, I respectively disagree. You shouldn't be setting off sirens for a tornado warning for an area that's not in a tornado warning.
Okay.
That's a false warning, and it's like yelling fire when there's no fire.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking a half mile here, so I wouldn't go there
I'm
without
just,
danger. But, yeah,
I'm respectfully disagreeing with you.
That's fine.
Again, there's no plan. What are you gonna do when you're off, but they're performing maintenance and they want you to come over and hit the buttons and stuff, cause they need to test it?
I'll talk to
What-
Debbie
what-
and
what-
see what, so, see if we can get something.
What my understanding is they're just wanting to know, are we okay with them having a tornado sign? Yeah, I am, I don't have a problem with it. Go ahead and buy it, that's what I'm saying, do what you want.
Why are we getting the
And
quotes?
then, you know,
She
if you
just-
want.
She wants us to be in the loop.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
talk
my-
to Debbie, let's move on.
No, no, that's
I'll-
not good.
I'll
I
talk
can
to
ask
Debbie.
questions if I want to.
Yep, you
And I'm
can.
asking questions. Why are we getting quotes?
Why did we get the quotes?
If I
Pat-
recall.
Pat, you don't need to repeat my question. I can
got
ask
a
the
que-
question.
I'm trying to answer. It's I recall when I was here, she said that she was going to do that. That's all, and that she was going to give us
And we
the
tabled
quotes.
it, and we
Right.
tabled it for
Right,
this month.
she just said, all I'm saying is, did we need it? No, I agree that if they wanna put the tornado side, but she said she was gonna do that. She said she was gonna present those to us, that's all.
And all
No
I did
big
was
deal.
ask.
Right. So I had the question. I just want to prove I'm a good listener. So that's all. But she did say that's what she was going to do in percent.
Get the price
Yeah.
on them and
Do we
we're
need to
gonna table
discuss
it.
the sirens at New London anymore?
No,
No.
no, I just like, just say that, that's what it was, is that she just, that as far as a part of logistics, that's gonna come later. They gotta have a plan to come to the town,
Right.
but they're trying to spend their money
Didn't
on
they have a
this.
deadline?
August 31st, I believe, or 30th or
August
something like that.
something.
So, you know, I have no problem with New London.
I don't have any problem with New London. I might move over there. Drainage on Carter property. Corbin, I think that's back to the attorney. You were supposed to be checking on,
I didn't get the contract. Remember we talked about, was there a bond? You know, what did the
No, that's why I'm
contract
asking
say?
this.
I did not get the contract. So I
From-
need to, about with the contractor. I wanted to see if there was a bond in place, because I think it was Donnie who's done so many of these projects, how hard it is to get the contractor
So do we
to
know where-
actually do anything. So we were hoping that there was a bond that maybe would force the issue.
Yeah, that's the thing
Right.
is that with our engineering or whatever, if there's a mistake made, if it was an overlook
but
with
we
a
don't have
bond.
it.
No, not yet. In my understanding, we don't have it. We don't have any,
We don't even know where to look for it.
It should be in our contract with the engineer. If we can find that, that would be,
well, we'll have to look at
Because
that.
we-
We'll have to table that to next month.
right, 'cause
Alright.
what
Okay,
we
let's table
talked
it.
about is that how hard it is to then force their hand without some other club over
Yeah.
them, which is the bond company.
Yeah. The bond,
Right,
Who's gonna look for that?
Megan and I'll look for it.
Do you know where to look?
Yep. Somewhere over there by Josh. And that room
You think it's
availability.
in here, we have it somewhere?
We have it when we did the,
Making shaking her head no.
Mhm.
we did when we did the sidewalk. We had to sign an agreement when we did the
right,
sidewalk.
and that's what we're gonna let, I
That's a-
guarantee there's some bond language in there or something.
Because we had to, because then they do a walkthrough and everything else, you sign off on
Yeah.
that, and then they give you the printout.
Yeah,
Somewhere in that mayhem, we've got
You're
it.
gonna find it?
We'll try to find it.
No.
We find it.
and so that would be helpful, for sure.
The sign on 750 West, we already
So we did it.
took care of that.
Bid on stuff.
New business, Barrycom.
He's not here.
He's not here.
Cash was supposed to be here. He didn't notify you or anything?
He said he'd be here.
Okay. And College Street, Mark Falk.
He's not here either.
Are there comments from the guests?
I think they're commenting now.
I want, you get to me, when you get to me, I don't know.
You're
but,
a board member.
I know for new business.
Oh, you have a new business?
Yeah, well, it's kind of no, it's actually
ahead.
old, it's actually old business.
Go
It's
ahead.
two things. One, last month we talked about that sink down there on North Union,
Somebody put a patch in there.
and Craig put a little patch in there.
All right.
Okay, but you got with Crenshaw, and talked to Crenshaw the next 2 or 3 weeks. He's gonna fix that. He's gotta dig that out and fix that hump, cause it's sinking. Crenshaw.
Crenshaw.
He'll be in there within,
For us.
for us, the next 2 weeks. We
What's
talked-
that from?
It does it
At Dave's.
periodically. I don't know.
Oh, we don't know what's
We
going
have to dig it out.
Go
We
ahead.
have to go with that. So, I mean, I'm asking town permission to go ahead and do that because it has to be done. It's gonna get worse. I don't know what it's gonna cost. Usually it's not that much. when
Do
you
we
get
have other patches to do?
Or
Some,
as
but they're not a whole lot. But that's the main thing. I wanna make sure that we can go ahead and get that taken care of.
Well,
Make
you're,
sure-
you're advisory member for street department. You wanna get maybe look and see if there's others where we can have it all done at once?
Well, he's the one,
Do we have money? We got money budget.
well, the main thing we talked, if he does it, here's the thing about it is,
You just wanna do that one first?
within a 2 week period, okay, when he comes in with he's bringing his equipment in, he's gonna do that, dig that out and then patch it, and then he's gone. Then we're gonna have to go on somebody else's schedule. So if there's any patching be done here, it'd be minimum amount. So I'm asking permission to get that patching done, or whatever we need to do, which won't be, I don't assume it'll be a whole lot.
I make the motion, Don, be put in charge. Second,
To get it done,
to have Crenshaw,
get it done. Pay for it. get it
Corbin's a
done.
good listener, ask him, he'll look
And the,
at- Don's gonna check with Crenshaw about fixing the
what,
hole down on North Union
we-
Street.
we've already, he's gonna be within the next couple
And
weeks.
he's
That
gonna
was
see if
last
there's
month.
anything else he can do while he's here. That patching that we already need
Yeah,
done.
save us money, because we don't have the equipment to do that,
About you.
okay?
Any
Now,
discussion?
I don't have, I didn't.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed. What else?
You wanna talk about the more projects? Clear up sidewalk here?
You wanna clear up that
The-
we're not planning any new
Yeah,
projects?
So there's no,
I talked to Pat about that, and him and I both thought that it had been a
I
motion.
remember it, but I
And
don't.
Megan remembers it, but it's
know.
not in any minutes.
I'm gonna redo it. I make a motion that from this point forward in 2025, no more new projects.
Is there a second?
I'm gonna second, cause I'm gonna do a discussion.
Don seconded. Open for discussion.
The difference between that is that I wanna make sure that there's no misconfusion on this. We had talked in the past to give Dave permission to go after the grant to get for the Kinsey Street sidewalk,
Okay?
okay? We
Guess
gave
that's
him
gonna be
that,
in 26.
okay? We gave him that, okay? But if you're making a motion for not to do any project, that's old business.
You're the one said you didn't want to do more sidewalks.
No, I don't, and I'm not. That's up to you and whoever else wants to take on that headache. But I've done my share of sidewalks,
Nix it.
but I'm just saying is.
Your
that
motion's for 25, rest of 25.
Rest of 25.
So, if-
I don't
I
care
just wanna
what
make
Dave
sure
does the
there's
rest
no
of 25. There will be no more
misconfusion.
projects in 25.
and he already
Misconfusion.
has the authority to look for a grant.
He can look for it all he wants to, but that's how I feel
But even
about
if
it.
he finds one, if we pass this motion, we're not gonna start anything in
Nope,
25.
No, but I wanted to make sure that there was
Okay.
no confusion that we're gonna get a grant this year for that sidewalk.
I think
And the
it's
TIF board is gonna
prob-
pay for that
Probably a
anyway.
little late.
I'm done.
Motion to adjourn.
No, you didn't do the people.
What about
Well,
this
wait a
motion?
second, we didn't
We
vote on
didn't
this
finish
one.
this motion.
Yeah, Pat gets ahead of me.
All those in
Any other
favor?
discussion?
Wait,
Go ahead, you got,
no, wait a minute.
you got the floor.
This, you wanna mention that we have a special meeting scheduled for the 21st.
I was going to.
Well, you said he would, I mean, you're adjourning, I'm
No,
getting
no,
ready
you
to get
gotta
up.
No,
vote on a
I-
motion.
I know, I'm just
I
saying
haven't
that.
said anything about adjourning. Anything
Rick,
else
I'm good,
on this motion?
I'm good, I'm ready to vote on the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Who made it?
I did,
Second?
with capital
Donnie.
letters.
Comments from
Three of
council
it.
members?